Nkechi talking to you. Most of my work is done in a lounge room space or a bedroom space, mostly because I've lived in share houses and they're the only places to do it. Recently I've just got my own place, so it's just me, so I can do it wherever, but I found bedrooms are kind of the safest, like safe spaces for you to try, especially with singing. Like, it's your own voice, and sometimes you don't make sounds that you feel proud of coming and it's nicer to do it kind of within your own little bubble. Before Corona was happening, I was very much in a lost space where a really big part of my creative life had come to an end. And this is something that has been a part of my identity for all of my 20s. And we literally announced that Sasquatch was coming to an end the day before my 30th birthday. So I really, really felt like that chapter had like really neatly shut itself. And I was feeling really lost, and I actually felt like I needed a time out. Like, I find it really hard to feel to not feel guilty if I don't go out and hang out with friends and do whatever. Like, it's not necessarily a pressure that they put on me or it is somewhat of a social pressure, but it's like my own pressure within myself. And I think I was looking for a way to kind of like put a pause on everything while I was trying to figure things out. And then Corona happened, and it meant that I actually did have to cut lots of stuff out of my life, which I was kind of happy to do. I was really lucky that I went to a festival right before the lockdown happened, and I went to WOMAD, and it's one of my favorite festivals because it like fills me up with all this joy about music, about being a person of color, about the way how global communities can work together to create something amazing. And I don't have that anymore. Like, I can watch it on a device, but that just feels so dead to me. And I don't have the opportunity to walk down the street and maybe like walk past a music venue and hear music that I like and find a new band by that way. Like, I feel like I'm missing a lot of opportunities to discover new things, and I actually have to hope that whatever the new thing I discover is like on the internet, because that's my only way of connecting outside of my bubble, and that sucks because I love walking into the unknown hoping to find something. I'm really not interested in texting or like talking to people on the phone. For some reason I feel like my brain switches off. So it's been really hard to remind myself that I actually need to stay connected with people and use things like Zoom so I can actually see their faces to stay in touch and kind of stay sane. Especially at the start of this year, I was thinking, well, if I'm not a musician, if I'm not a singer, and if I'm not associated with this band in an active sense, then am I still an artist if I'm not making art right now? And the answer is yes, but it doesn't actually feel like that. Like, do I stop becoming an artist because I'm not doing anything at the moment? No. Procrastination and sitting still and not doing something creative is as much about the creative process as being creative. Because organizations have been shaken up a bit, it's kind of given you the freedom to experiment with things without the pressure of people around you watching you. I think I used to draw a lot of inspiration from social media and trying to like keep up with trends, and now I think I'm definitely just drawing inspiration from what I want to do and what I need to do in this, in my own space, and it's not really affected by the outside world as much. I feel like even though people are frustrated with the situation, I think everyone overall is less anxious, and I find that really inspiring that people are taking the time to really just sit back and appreciate what we do have. So it's been really interesting. I've lost a lot of social and communal things, but I've gained a lot of insight into myself, and I've gained enough space to kind of explore that.